Hey everybody, Tim Martinez with the Columbian 360 Preps, here with your Week 3 football highlights. It was a busy week in high school football, 16 games on the schedule, and it kicked off league play in the 2A Greater St. Helens League as well as the 1A Trico. Let's get to the highlights.
We'll start things off on Thursday night up in Lacey, where Evergreen was taking on North Thurston in a non-league matchup. We'll start the highlights in the second quarter with the Evergreen already up 14-7. Jaden Baum looks downfield and he'll find Jason Scott for a 63-yard touchdown. Evergreen takes a 21-7 lead. Later in the second quarter, it's Baum again. This time he finds Darren Schmidt across the middle for a second touchdown of the first half. He cuts back into the open, into the end zone for the touchdown. Evergreen goes on to win 42-13. Next, we head out to Mackenzie Stadium on Friday with a doubleheader out at Mackenzie. River Ridge versus Heritage. River Ridge got big plays early. Here we see quarterback Nathan Ung throwing a deep pass down to Ryzen Nunez. He'll break free for a 79-yard touchdown. Hawks go up 14-0 at halftime. But early third quarter, Isaiah James for Heritage gets a strip, and Brody Oster picks up the loose ball. He'll go 52 yards. On the fumble return, Heritage cuts the deficit to 14-7. And after another turnover, it's James on a 7-yard touchdown run. He'll tie the game up 14-14 late third quarter. Heritage gets the ball back in the fourth quarter. They'll drive 80 yards, taking more than 9 minutes off the clock. Here is KJ Clark converting a 4th and 3 at midfield to keep the drive alive. And then later on, we'll see Traylon McGraw with the biggest play of the drive. He'll break free for 37 yards down to the River Ridge 7 inside the final minute. And again, it's McGraw with a catch right at the 1-yard line. Heritage calls timeout with 2 seconds left. They don't kick a field goal. They give it to Owen Daly for the quarterback sneak. Refs come in to confer, but they'll call it a touchdown. Timberwolves come back to win 20-14. Second game of the doubleheader out of Mackenzie is Union versus Mountain View. Both teams looking for their first win of the season. First quarter, Blake McDonald for Union drops the snap, but then he picks it up and he finds Cason Speck for an 18-yard touchdown. Union takes an early 7-0 lead. Later first quarter, McDonald fakes the handoff, fakes the cameraman too, and he'll run it for a 10-yard touchdown. And then Armani Tonga gets into the act. At quarterback, he finds Kellen Brown for a 17-yard touchdown. Union 21-7. And then later second quarter, Tonga finds EJ Tonga, 12-yard touchdown pass. Union goes on to win 48-14. Now we head up to Battleground at District Stadium. Prairie versus Battleground in a rivalry game up north. From the Battleground Schools feed, we can watch Ethan Adams find Broderick Yearline in the flat. He breaks a tackle, then breaks into the clear for a 75-yard touchdown pass. Battleground goes up 21-0. Second half, it's Adams finding Dominic Rivas for a 5-yard touchdown pass. And the Tigers extend their lead to 31-0. And then it's Xavier Oregon in the fourth quarter running for 22 yards into the end zone. It was all Tigers. Battleground wins 41-6. Next we head out to Camas, where the Papermakers are hosting Lincoln of Tacoma. First quarter, it's quarterback twice in Ruggiero to Zachary Jones for 11 yards. Camas goes up 8-0. Next, it's Thor Brody running in from 4 yards out as Camas takes a 15-7 halftime lead. Fourth quarter now, Camas leads 22-15. It's Armani Dukes with the 7-yard reception from Ruggiero. Camas leads 28-15. And then after Lincoln tightens it up, making a one-score game, Maxwell Gibson with a 29-yard reception. Camas beats Lincoln 35-22. Next we go out to Columbia River, where Mark Morris is taking on the Rapids. Second quarter, Kevin Hernandez Ruiz runs it in from 7 yards. Monarchs up 10-0 in the second quarter. But later in the second quarter, it's Cole Pearson finding Ethan Baumgartner in the end zone. River rallies to take a 21-10 halftime lead, and then the third quarter, it's Savion McCorder with a 20-yard touchdown run. Rapids pull away second half. They win 35-16. Now out to Washougal for Woodland versus Washougal. It's the first quarter action. Panthers back at their own 23-yard line. The give is to Royce Jones up the middle. He slips some tackles, slips some more tackles, pushes off, breaks free, gets a block, and he's into the clear. He's going to go 77 yards for the touchdown. Panthers up to an early 6-0 lead. Third quarter action now. Woodland with the ball, but Thane Sanders steps in front. He picks it off, and he's going to bring it back 84 yards for the touchdown. That'll give the Panthers a 24-7 third quarter lead. But the Beavers aren't done. Michael Belvin drops back the pass for Woodland. He's looking downfield, and he's going to throw it to Zachary Young in the end zone. Somewhere back there. There it is. Beavers cut the margin to 24-21. But then it's Royce Jones again, busting tackles, shifting, cutting back, breaking into the open for a 36-yard touchdown run. Washougal pulls away and wins 38-28. Next we head out to Hockinson for Ridgefield versus Hockinson. Hockinson up 6-0 early, but Jason Watanabe breaks through for a 11-yard touchdown run for the Spudders. Spudders take a 7-6 lead late first quarter. Later in the second quarter, quarterback Landon de Beaumont goes deep and finds Brian McLemore III for the touchdown. Ridgefield leads 14-6 at halftime. Third quarter, Vincent Dollins breaks into the open, 17-yard touchdown. Spudders pull away 31-6. Next we head up to R.A. Long. It's N2 Media with the video. It's Bay and R.A. Long, scoreless late second quarter. Jackson Ribbon is back to pass. He's scrambling, looking downfield for a receiver. But it's Bay's Trayson Gregory with the interception. He breaks a couple tackles, splits a couple more, and then beats a couple of lumberjacks to the post. Bay takes a 7-0 lead right before halftime on the interception. Third quarter, it's another interception. This time, Rodolfo Petrita for Bay. He brings it back for the touchdown. Defense leads the way. Bay wins 20-12. Next, we head out to Seton Catholic for the Cougars versus Castle Rock. It's Colton Gesser looking deep for Graham Dumas for a 43-yard touchdown. Seton goes up 14-0. Later on, Akil Ballman in the first quarter. He breaks free, 44-yard touchdown run. It's all Seton Catholic. They beat the Rockets 52-6. Next, we head out to Kingsway Christian for Kalama and Kingsway Christian. It is Henry Sigfridsson with the 43-yard touchdown pass in the second quarter to Abel Koski. Kalama out to 22-6 lead. And then later, it's Sigfridsson throwing a long pass downfield for Owen Kushner. He's going to break down and get all the way to the 2-yard line. Kalama goes away winning big 51-14. Next, we head up Napavine, where the center is Nate Rambis finds Jonathan Saheda. He's going to beat defenders to the post for the touchdown. Wildcats up early, 7-0. Later, second quarter, the center's down, but Rambis finds Landon Randall for a 52-yard gain. The center would come back and win 31-18. And our last game is Stevenson versus Fort Kent, Vancouver out at Stevenson. Late second quarter, 10 seconds to go. Jude Travinsky with the ball. He's running. He breaks a couple tackles, breaks more tackles, reverses field. He's going to break into the clear. And it looks like he's so far gone that the NFHS network thinks the play was over, but he's actually gone for a 75-yard touchdown run that would give Stevenson a 30-0 lead. Here's a highlight that we can actually see the whole thing. It's Logan Pozell with a one-handed grab for the touchdown, a pass from Travinsky. And then later in the third quarter, it's Jude Travinsky again, 65-yard touchdown return or interception return. He's going to bring it back all the way. Stevenson comes back to win 44-0. Other scores from Week 3, Bellarmine 31-21 over Kelso. Puyallup routs Skyview 52-10, and Culver over Columbia 72-18.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's highlights. We got two teams now with 3-0 records, Battleground and Heritage. Columbia River is 2-0. We'll be back with more highlights for Week 4 next week. We'll see you then.